What if peace isn't something you wait for, but something you choose? It's a powerful question, isn't it? Most people spend their entire lives searching for peace in the outside world. We look for it in the perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect vacation, those perfect, quiet moments. We think if we can just get everything lined up just right, then we'll finally feel at peace. But what if that's all backward? What if both ancient Eastern wisdom and modern psychology are pointing to the exact same truth? Peace doesn't come from out there. It begins inside. It's born from how you see, how you accept, and how you choose to respond to life, exactly as it is. If this idea resonates with you, consider subscribing. We're going to go much deeper into this, and I believe it can change everything. Let's start with a foundational idea. Peace is not the absence of problems. It's the end of inner resistance. Life, by its very nature, is filled with pressure, noise, change, and uncertainty. It will never be a perfectly smooth ride. Our suffering doesn't actually come from the bumps in the road. It comes from our internal resistance to those bumps. It comes from the friction we create by fighting against what is happening. Think about it. You can't control the world. You can't control traffic. You can't control the weather. And you certainly can't control other people. But what you can control is whether or not you fight against yourself over these things. Here's a question that can dissolve years of built-up tension. Just ask yourself honestly, what am I resisting right now that I could instead choose to accept? The moment you stop fighting reality is the moment you open the door to peace. Here's another way to look at it, a truth that might feel a little uncomfortable at first. You're not waiting for peace. You're postponing it. You tell yourself, I'll be calm when this project is done. I'll feel peaceful when they finally start acting reasonably. I'll be okay once my heart is healed. We're always waiting for life to calm down, waiting for people to behave the way we want, waiting for our messy emotions to sort themselves out. But peace doesn't arrive after order has been established. Peace is what creates the order. It's the calm center from which you can handle the chaos. If this is making you think, let me know in the comments, or subscribe. Your own reflections could be the exact thing someone else needs to read today. Now let's talk about the tool that makes all of this possible. Your mind. Your mind either creates peace, or it destroys it. Imagine two people living through the exact same day. One person is spiraling into panic, anxiety, and frustration. The other person remains calm, centered, and effective. The events were the same. So what was the difference? The difference is how they interpreted reality. There are specific thought patterns that systematically destroy our peace. Things like overthinking every little detail, catastrophizing and imagining the worst-case scenario, trying to control everything and everyone, demanding perfection from yourself and the world, constantly comparing your life to others, or becoming overly attached to specific outcomes. These are mental habits, and they create a constant state of internal conflict. On the flip side, there are thought patterns that actively create peace. These are also habits you can cultivate. An acceptance of what you can't change. Being present in the here and now, instead of lost in the past or future. The practice of letting go. Cultivating patience. Showing yourself compassion when you make a mistake. Seeking clarity instead of reacting from emotion. You see, peace isn't some mystical gift that some people get and others don't. It's a cognitive process. It's the result of training your mind. At the very core of this practice is the art of letting go. And this is so often misunderstood. Letting go is not giving up. It's not being passive or weak. Letting go is the courageous act of releasing what drains you, what holds you back, and what causes you pain. Let go of the need to always be right in an argument. Let go of the need to control outcomes that are simply not in your hands. Let go of the exhausting project of trying to change other people. Let go of making unnecessary predictions about a future you can't possibly know. Take a moment and ask yourself this powerful question. What am I holding on to right now that only hurts me? It could be an old grudge, a past failure, an unrealistic expectation. Your peace, your freedom, depends on the honesty of your answer. So, let me ask you one more time. If peace were simply a decision, a choice you could make, would you choose it today? Right now, in this moment? If that question opens something up inside of you, if it sparks a possibility, then consider subscribing. This is a practice, and any practice grows faster and stronger when we do it together. So, how do we actually practice the psychology of peace in our daily lives? It's more practical than you might think. First, Pause before you react. That tiny space between a trigger and your response is where your freedom lies. Emotional knee-jerk reactions almost always destroy peace. Responding with clarity creates it. Second, name your thoughts. When you feel a surge of emotion, just label the thought behind it. Ah, that's fear, that's judgment. There's that old belief again. The simple act of naming a thought, observing it without getting swept away by it, dramatically reduces its power over you. Third, return to your breath. This is the quickest and most reliable way out of a stressful thought loop and back into your body. A few deep, conscious breaths can reset your entire nervous system. It anchors you in the present moment, which is the only place peace can ever be found. Fourth, consciously choose acceptance over resistance. Remember, acceptance is not the same as approval. You don't have to like what's happening. You just have to acknowledge that it is happening. Fighting it is like trying to push a river upstream. It's futile and exhausting. Acceptance allows you to work with reality, not against it. And fifth, protect your mental environment. You are in charge of what you allow into your mind. Limit your exposure to constant noise, negativity from the news or social media, and people who consistently drain your emotional energy. Your mind is like a garden. If you want peace to grow, you can't let weeds take over. Peace is a daily practice, and every practice begins with one single moment of choice. You choose peace when you choose understanding over anger. You choose peace when you choose to be present with your kids instead of worrying about work. You choose peace when you let go of trying to control the situation and instead focus on your own response. You choose peace when you are kind to yourself after making a mistake. This is how you stop turning your own mind into a battlefield. Ultimately, it all comes back to you. What if peace isn't something you find, but something you decide? Your mind can be a relentless storm, or it can be a quiet sanctuary. It can be a war zone, or it can be a home. You are the one who chooses what it becomes. If this reflection helped you breathe a little deeper today, or think a little more clearly, consider subscribing. Not for the algorithm, but for your own journey. For the ongoing practice of cultivating your own inner peace. Because peace isn't about escaping life. It's about meeting life with wisdom, with clarity, and with a deep, unshakable inner strength. You have that strength within you. Choose peace. Choose it now. Thank you for watching.